you use one of these, probably have to buy some of these, the coils. When I bought this one, they said that the coils will last about 1 to 2 weeks, with regular use, and I use mine about every day. But I've had this over 3 months, and I've only had to buy one coil, and I'm going to tell you why. So what's in a coil? Well, it's basically a metal housing, a couple of O-rings, cotton-like substance, and a metal conducting coil that has some resistance. Kind of like a light bulb, if you think when you flick the light on, at least on an incandescent. The portion that glows is a type of metal called a filament. And what it does is it heats up. And that's how these work. It uses the voltage from the battery to heat up and vaporize, whatever vape juice you're using. So this is welding wire using a MIG welder, and it's a type of metal, kind of similar to what they use in your coil. And it's pretty strong. This melts into welds and keeps it, that's what keeps most steel things together if they're not bolted together. And, I'm not the weakest guy ever, but you can't pull it apart. It's pretty strong. But with any type of metal, if you bend it over time, it breaks. And that's kind of what's happening with your coil. Now, what happens when metal heats up? It expands, which means portions are moving, which means over time they're going to break. And that's kind of the secret to keeping your coil lasting longer, is you don't want it to heat up too much. So, what's the secret? The secret is you want to keep it cool. How do you keep it cool? Well, when you're sucking in, you're pulling air over that coil. It's the same thing as blowing on something hot. The air moving over that metal object is going to help cool it down. So kind of the secret, at least what I do, is I keep the air port all the way open. I close that one off, and I never let the coil stay hot. And what I mean by that is you never want to just hold the button and have the coil heat up, because no air is moving through it unless you're pulling air through it. So here's the right way to do it. So notice I take my finger off before I'm done inhaling. And what that does is you're still pulling cool air in as the coil's cooling down, because once you release your finger, you're stopping the flow of current, and you're taking your voltage supply away from that coil. So coil starts to cool down once you take the voltage away from it, but you're still inhaling, so it lets cool air cool the coil back down. It keeps it from getting too hot, and that's really the secret. I think try it out, and I think you'll notice your coils seem to last quite a bit longer. Thank you.